Is life feeling like it has you trapped? Do you feel like it doesn't fit anymore? Like you want to be somewhere else and you know you want to go there, but you don't know how to get there and you feel stuck. You're doing all the things right. You're setting all the goals and you're reading all the things, but nothing's working for you. I want to tell you, first of all, that you're not alone. I've been there. It's life. We continue to go through these seasons in life, but stick around through this video. I'm going to help you through that middle part, that middle passage, getting from who you are right now, this old version of yourself, to who you want to be. And the thing is, a lot of shows, a lot of YouTube channels, a lot on social media in general, people show you what you want, what you would aspire to. You see the lifestyle, you see the money, the clothes, the cars, the relationships. You see them traveling to certain places. So you know you want something like that, but you really want are those emotions that you think will come with that stuff. But we know also what we don't want, because we also see that in stuff of, like, especially on social media, certain shows on TV, it'll show like, people fighting and cops and all this stuff and fear and all these things that you don't want. And so we know what we don't want, we know what we want, but what about that inner part, that middle part, that passage? Here on my channel, I talk about this all the time, trusting the process. But what does that mean? I always would say it, I always would hear it. What does it mean to trust the process, that in between? I talk about the law of gestation. This is a law of the universe. Cause and effect. If you do something, it will give you something. Okay, a result. But the thing is, the law of gestation, it takes time to grow. It takes time to marinate. Pregnancy, it takes time. There are stages that it has to go through, but we want it now. The thing is, we want the feelings again. We want the feelings. And right now, whatever feelings we're having, it's not fitting. It's not right. It doesn't feel right. Something's not right. We know something's not right. Then there's so much happening in the world. Now, first of all, like I said, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't fit. You're not fitting inside of this box, this construct that we have. And we may not physically see it now, but we can feel it. Mentally, we feel it. Emotionally, we feel it. Spiritually, we feel it. And physically, sometimes we can, because it feels like our environment no longer fits us. Or we're in an environment that we don't resonate with the people around us anymore. Something's not right. Or we feel like we're being watched, like all these things, we don't trust people. Like it just doesn't feel right. So again, there's a construct. There's a box around us. And I would argue that there is an emotional or energetic block around us. Now, there's different blocks. I talk about on my channel how I assist you and equip you in unlocking these doors to whatever those boxes are, to whatever those blocks are, to get past them. But you have to go through it. And there are seasons in life. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the seasons. I'm going to talk about these boxes and how to unlock them, how to unblock them, and how to trust the process, what to do in the in-between when you're not sure what to do. Or you feel like you're doing as much as you can, but nothing's happening. So let's start off with the fact that we feel like we're in these boxes, that we feel trapped. This is life. This is society. We thought that if we did these things that we were told to do, we would get these results and feel happy and live this dream, the American dream that everybody talks about. But we know that's not true. That's not even, like, what is that dream anymore? People don't even want that. That was what we were told we wanted. This is the matrix. This is the system. This is a construct that we were told. If you're a seeker, you're on this channel, you're watching this video right now, I would classify you as a seeker. Join me. I am a seeker. And we question things. We ask things. The life that we grew up in usually didn't fit, or we got to a point in life where wherever we're at now doesn't fit. The people we're with, the things we're eating, the habits we have, nothing's resonating, nothing tastes good, something feels off. But then, trust me, because I went on this journey, you go into the conspiracies and we go off the deep end and we go down these rabbit holes. Yes, a conspiracy is people conspiring together, two or more coming together to conspire. It's an agenda. It's propaganda. They have an agenda to do something, to make some people think a certain thing, or to get people to do things. Such as life, such as our, the people above, the man, the systems, okay, the isms. It's true. This stuff is factual. You can find it now. There's so much out there. Yes, we've been manipulated. We've been lied to. We've been poisoned. We're being watched. Okay, it's yes. Yes, it's happening. You can go down these holes, but I'm going to tell you, don't get stuck. Awareness is key. That is the first step. Awareness. That's what's happening. Your eyes have been opened. You're no longer blind. You can see. But we don't get stuck there. It's true. It is. This is life. Life is deeper and more to it than what meets the eye, what you can see with these eyes. But we can only see on a certain spectrum, a light spectrum. There is more to the spectrum. We can only see on what these eyes can show us. There is more there. Science is catching up to it. Science is now revealing it. Quantum physics. Again, we can go deep down all these different holes and stick around, because I'm going to start doing some lives and we can have these conversations. We could talk about these different topics. But right now I want to stay on track. But life is more than what meets the eye. It is. There's a lot happening. There are people in control, in power. There's been systems set up in place. This has been a continuous thing. We feel trapped because we feel like we're trying to fit inside of a box that was created for us, made for us. We were told to do these things, but it's not fitting because you were never meant to fit into that. So we need to expand right now. Things are changing. There's a shift happening. It has been happening, and it's already happened. Actually, we're already in the new beginnings of what is to come. But the thing is, there's an entropy. They talk about this a lot, is entropy and chaos. There is going to be chaos. There has to be a breakdown before there's a rebuilding. When your muscles get bigger, if you want bigger muscles, stronger muscles, it has to break down. It has to tear, rip apart, break down, be destroyed before it can come back together and be stronger. And I don't know the exact saying, but there's like a whole saying about, tough times make strong people. Strong people make, I'm going to shorten it, weak people. Weak people, then make tough times. And then it's a cycle, it repeats. So we're getting into the cycle now. We know it's seasons. We're having a snowstorm now. Whether it's man-made or not, it doesn't matter. It's happening. Same thing with a lot of the stuff. It doesn't necessarily matter. I mean, we need to be aware, but it's happening. So what do? There are seasons in life. We go through winter, which we're in right now. It's cold. We're inside. We do more introspection internally, right? So whatever happens inward happens outward. This is on micro scale and a microcosm scale. I think that's the word. A macro scale for some of us, I guess, if I'm not saying that right. Okay. From our cells to, the cosmos, the universe, the planets, all that stuff. We can see the same systems and the same cycles happening. And it happens around us as well, a lot of different levels. I mean, again, I don't want to go too deep, but there's so much to life with vibration, with shapes, with the way things interact. It's so many levels to it. Again, awareness and information is great, but too much of it will keep you stuck, stagnant, paralyzed. So we want to get past that right now. So again, I'm not going to stay there. We'll talk about that on some lives. Or comment below if you want to talk about some of these things. Let me know what you want to talk about and you go deeper into. But that's why you're watching this, though, because we don't want to stay stuck there. And so we know this. We know that there are cycles, there are seasons in life. There's a book called The Fourth Turning. And I haven't personally read it, but I have looked over the summary of it. I've heard it multiple times through different people. And I believe it to be true. And if we look at cycles in life and history, we say that history repeats itself, or it's similar to the thing. It doesn't necessarily repeat it exactly like that, but we know that there are cycles that happen. And right now we are in that cycle. So this is literally happening. But this is on a grand scale, though. Sometimes some cycles may happen in a country, in a society of people. So let's say in the United States, a cycle would happen. Different things that happen or in certain countries, but it doesn't happen on a global scale. Right now, it's globally. Again, it's inward and outward on a micro scale and a macro scale. It's shifting. Everything is shifting right now. And we could say it was written in the stars, or it's just how things work together and move together on a quantum level. Whatever it is, we could say it's God. Whatever it is you believe, It doesn't matter. It's happening. So what do? So we're stuck in a box. We understand that there are cycles and we want to get out of that. But there are cycles. So you need to go through your season. Sometimes there will be a season, a pause. I have a video called The Sacred Pause. I'll try to pin it up here. And it talks about this. And you need to allow it. Sometimes we just need to allow that time. Stop trying to force and push. Because we've been taught that you need to do more. We need more jobs. We need to do more. We're not doing enough. All these things. And that's lack. That's a lack mentality. Fortunately for us, through this cycle, through this shift, there's opportunity. It's how you look at the world. It's what you make of it. Okay? We can choose to be pessimistic. We can choose to be optimistic. It is up to you. We are co-creating. We've been told a narrative. We've been directed. Okay? And we were put in place. But you don't have to stand in line anymore. Because one, they're trying to figure out, and obviously they play chess, not checkers. And so, this has been in place and all this stuff. But there's more of us. This is a collective thing. And also I believe that things can change at any moment. We talk about jumping timelines, quantum leaping, that type of a thing. I believe that it is real. It's true. If we talk about parallel universes and, what timeline you're going to align with will determine what comes. And then supposedly, I haven't looked too deep into this, but supposedly science now and quantum physics, they can prove that what you do right now not only will affect the future, but it affects the past. And there's also that observer effect of, I don't know if you've ever heard of this. If you haven't, look it up. The observer effect is something along the lines of they measured, I can't remember if it was like a laser or what it was, but the laser would just go straight. But when somebody observed it, it split. So it's a whole thing of if the tree falls in the forest, doesn't make a sound. If nobody's there, maybe it doesn't make a sound. Somebody's there, it may make a sound. But we also know that people perceive life differently. Colors may look different. Sounds may sound different for certain people. It's your experience. So that's why I say it's a personal journey. Because we're all experiencing this differently. It's going to be different for everyone. But some things, are true, and you go through a process. And you go through some of these things, but you're going to experience it still differently. And it's also based off of what you think, what you perceive, your belief. Because that determines who you are and who you show up as, this character in life. So if we co-create and we're not just being told to do something, because if we're being told, that means we're victims. We don't have any control. It's someone else. And we're going to place it outside of ourselves. And we're going to be victims and we're going to live in lack. But if we say that we are co-creating, we're now a creator. Now we move from abundance because there are possibilities. This makes you think differently. The observer effect. It opens up other possibilities, which would open up other parallel universes. If you're following me here, we can go there. And so you can choose where you want to go. And that will open up other doors. But if we keep ourselves stuck and confined and say it can only happen a certain way and only in a certain time, we're confining ourselves to a select few ways that things can go. So this is why it's so important to work on our perspective, work on our beliefs. What is it that we truly believe? It's diving deep into that. What are our values? What will we stand for and what won't we? I used to always look at people and be like, man, I'm not religious, okay? I'm not, people who are extremists, I'm like, geez, to believe something so much that you would die for it, that you judge others, that you would have hate spew from you, that's a deep belief. That's faith. But you can also take faith for other things, We don't have to spew the hate. We don't have to go to that extreme. But I used to look at people and like, wow. I admire your commitment to that belief. But I could also commit to a belief that I truly believe in those possibilities, in the fact that life is a magical journey. It is a grand adventure. We are co-creating. Miracles happen every day. That is my belief. And things will change for the good, for the better. Life is life. It will be life. I always say it is simple, but it's not easy. They say you have to choose your hard. So growth is not easy. It will be hard. Whatever it is, it's not easy. It will be hard. But I choose to look at life this way, and I choose to show up this way, and I choose to do that because I can, just like they can, those other people, those extremists. And so I'm just saying that your perspective will open up other possibilities. Your perspective changes the way you act in life, the way you show up, the way you talk, the way you believe. And we need to reprogram ourselves at that point, because if we grew up a certain way and we want to change that, if we find this information, these conspiracy theories and things, and we used to believe a certain way, but now we can't because our world's been shaken up. What do? This is that we need to reprogram ourselves. This is that in between until we can get to this new version of ourselves. We can't just automatically become that person. When you update your phone or your computer, you need to plug it into power, to source. And then a lot of times you need to have space and capacity, because if you don't, you can't update it. Okay? And so we need to allow for that capacity, which is why I talk about the nervous system. I've been on a whole series of that on this channel recently, because that is the security, that's the baseline, that's the root chakra. Okay? Safety, security, finance, food, shelter, okay, warmth or heat. Those are the basics. And if we don't have that, it's very hard to come to self-actualization, which they say that's the pyramid, the hierarchy. And we want that because we want to be this person. We want to do this. We know that it's possible, all these things, because now we have this new belief system. But we're still here. We're stuck here. Again, we're trapped in a box. We're trapped in this mental block because there's a lot of limiting beliefs that keep us there. And we do it to ourselves a lot. But we're going to get past that. We're going to unlock this. Don't stay stuck, okay? This does happen. You are feeling these things. But we can get to, and we will get to, if you continue to go, you continue to walk and do the steps, you will make it. But if we're stuck, and if all these things are going on, and again, we keep looking outside of what's happening and all this, we're not going to do the inner work, and we're not going to have the repetition and the consistency to do it, because your attention, your awareness, your perspective is focused somewhere else. So we have to come back into alignment. When we come back to alignment, soul alignment, in here, they say your heart-mind coherence. It's coming back to like an equal balance or harmony. Then we know what we truly want, what we truly desire, what we truly believe, our values. This is our belief, our perspective can now come into alignment with our mind. And we can choose and we can say, yes, you decide and you commit. This is now your new belief. This is what you truly believe. This is what you value. And then from there, we can start to make the capacity to hold the new. So again, in that update of the phone and the computer, now that our nervous system, now that our beliefs are in alignment, our nervous system can regulate. Okay, we figured out the different things. We're eating better. We've rested our mind from a lot of the fear. Just being in that alignment will relax your nervous system better and more, because now you know what your priorities are, what your non-negotiables are. And we can release some of that weight and we can offload it and let it go. And then we leave space for what truly matters to us. So now we have the capacity. And now that we have the capacity, we can put the new system in. We can update the software. And then from there, we have to learn how to use the software. Once we learn how to use the software, now we can figure out, we can add apps, we can do this, we can do that, this, and that. We can start doing these other things. And then maybe eventually we want more capacity. We can continue to grow and expand. But if we keep ourselves stuck in a box and we feel like the season we're in is all that there is, we will never get anywhere. So I don't want to make this video too long. I feel like I've already gone a little bit far with this. But I hope that you found something in this. And again, stick around, subscribe. I love to talk about this stuff. Again, comment, let me know if you want to talk about certain topics, if there was something you want to go deeper into. I will be doing these lives in the next few months. I'm working on some things right now, getting it prepared for you so that we can make it through that middle, that in between. We can trust the process, get through this shift, get through this season of winter that we are in as a culture, as a society. But the good news is it's just a season. It's a part of the cycle. You go down, it's darkness, it's cold, but then we come up. There will be summer. There will be warmth. There will be light. There will be a new day. And you will be stronger. So no matter if it comes, when it comes back to winter, whatever, it doesn't matter, because I know we can go there. Trust me, I get it. Oh, it's going so well right now. What's going to happen next? We're waiting on the next shoe to drop. Something's got to happen. It can't be this way always, right? That's an old belief system. Those are limiting beliefs. Those are subconscious beliefs. That's deeper work. One thing at a time. It's a journey. It's a cycle. My new book, The Way of the Seeker. I go through that journey through lived experience. And I also study this stuff. And I have been for almost 20 years now. Maybe even over that at this point. But this is about going through that journey. Okay, there's a map at the back of it to give you a visual of what the seeker's way is. But we question things. We feel that call or that pull to do something different because we know life should be different. It is things going on that we don't fully know. And we want to learn more. But through that, we also have to do that self-discovery, that inner journey. Because if we're not right within, how are we going to win? That's what a wise woman once said. How are we going to win if we're not right within? Right? So we go within, and it is a journey. And this book takes you on the journey. There are practical steps in here as well. There's a section for practices you can do. There's a section for what you can use as journal prompts or just questions to ask yourself. And you can identify with where you're at on the journey to see how to get to the other side. I have 6 gateways, portals, entrances. And these could be, if you want to say, these boxes that we keep ourselves in, or walls that we feel stuck in sometimes, so we can get past them when we go through the journey. And when we get past one, there will be another one, yes. But it's about learning. It's about remembering. You come back to remembrance. When we come back to remembrance, and then we know what to do next. That's when we gain clarity. But you only get it through movement, through doing, through walking the path, through asking the questions, through continuing to seek and journey. All right? So stick around, subscribe to this channel. We can go through this journey together. We can make it through the middle, get to the other side, get to a new version of ourselves. And that will make you happy. When you're doing these things, these habits, these new things, the self-discovery journey, you're doing it for your future self. You will make yourself happy. I used to hide money and different things so that when I found it, it would make me feel good. Like, oh, good job, past self, good job. Like, Tiffany, you did that. And that's in the inside too. When I choose to do certain things, the next day it makes me feel better. Or it may not happen because our physical reality has to catch up to the spiritual, emotional, mental. That happens. So what we choose today, you may not see it tomorrow, but in a few months you will see it if you continuously do it. Because you have to develop that as a habit, as these new behaviors, new patterns, because it's all patterns, it's habits that we have. It's just patterns of repetition. You have to train yourself. So you have to choose to do that consciously. So again, where are you giving your awareness to? Where your attention goes, grows. So what do you give your attention to? These rabbit holes and these other things and these people that are suppressing you and all this victim mentality and lack? Or are we giving our attention to growth, to what could be? Actually, what is, because we're deciding what is, and we move in that. And there will be people around you and the information and the internet and all this stuff that will tell you different things, but you decide on what it is you truly believe, and then we align with the timeline, with this new version of ourselves, of where we're going, because it is possible. You are not the only one thinking that. Trust me. There are other people who want what you want. You just align. When you start to align within, it's without. Others are doing it as well. And then you come into contact with them. You line up. The timelines line up. And so I hope that encourages you, because, it's possible. A lot of things are possible If you can believe all this other stuff, you can believe these other things are possible. Great things are possible. Change is possible. Summer will come. You will be strong. You are capable. You will connect with the right people. You will be able to get in relationships again. You will be able to trust again. You will be able to have that abundance and live that lifestyle that you want to live, no matter how simple it is or how complex it is. No matter if it's a small house in the woods, off grid, or if it's traveling to Dubai and making a lot of money and shopping and living a life of luxury and eating all the food. Whatever that is for you. Hold the vision, trust the process. How do you trust the process? You subscribe, grab this book, The Way of the Seeker. I am doing this in paperback to start. I don't have it with me right now, but this one's a hardback. This is on Amazon right now. It's more expensive on Amazon because of their fees and things. So I am selling it on my website, bornvital.com/seekers right now. I'm giving it away. I'm paying for the book for you. It's a paperback one that I'm paying for you. You just pay the cost of shipping because I want it in the hands of those who need it and want it. If you are a true seeker and you want to get to the other side, you want to make it through the middle, go ahead, bornvital.com/seekers. It's right there for you. You just pay the cost of shipping. I'm going to get it printed for you and ship it to you. I'm going to ship them out February 1st, and it should get to you within a week, depending on where you're at in the world. I'm on the East Coast right now, so, wherever you are, it may take a little bit longer, but I will start shipping them out on February 1st. You will get the paperback copy of this book, but you can find the hardback on Amazon, and I have some other things coming out I'm excited about. It will help us all get through the middle, because I use these things. I share this on here again. Subscribe. I use different things like this. I have this, if you're wondering. Okay, there are tools that you can use to help you, and I like to say jumpstart. Sometimes, depending on where you're at and what's going on, you may need more than others. And during different seasons of your life, you may need more things than others. So you need that assistance. You may not be able to do it yourself, but its internal journey is for you. But we do need assistance sometimes. You may need therapy. We need tools, whatever it is, for a period of time, but that's not long term. That's only a jump start. You hook it up. Once your battery gets going, you let it run for a bit. You're still hooked up. But then after a while, you need to detach from that because you need to show yourself self-trust, self-worth, self-confidence, all the self-reliance. You need to show yourself that you're capable, that you can do it. That's how you move forward. Otherwise, you stay stuck. We stay reliant on others. Now, unity, collective consciousness, and getting with your communities is great, and that is needed, and you should get to a level where you can do that, but we do need to work on ourselves so that we are not so reliant on others and other things, because if they're taken away, then what? Okay? But encouragement, though, is good news. Things will change. It has to change, especially if you start to believe it. So we change the beliefs and our perspective. We can then change our habits, our routines, and how we show up. But for right now, we're going to start with what we believe in our perspectives, and we go on the journey, that inner journey, that self-discovery journey of transformation, going from who we are right now, the old self, to the new self. What does that look like? We bring awareness to that. We take that awareness. We feel that call. We go on the journey, and then we remember. From there, we can decide and we can commit. And once we decide and commit, then we go to the next level of using other tools and other resources and connecting with others and going outward to help others. So join me on the journey. Again, The Seeker's Way is out now. I'm excited for you to get this and let me know what you think about it. Please, I would love to hear some feedback on it as well. But as always, well, first, before I say that, I want you to pause with me. We're going to pause and we're going to breathe in through your nose. Hold and breathe out, release everything. Breathe it all out, let it go. And again, thank you for joining me right now, because you could be anywhere in the world. You could be watching anything in the world right now, but you're here with me. I really do appreciate that. And as always, continue to shine on. Real quick before you go, I just ran and grabbed it. I didn't want to do it while I was recording the video, but here it is, The Way of the Seeker. This is the paperback copy that you will receive. Again, I'm paying to get it printed. As you can see, I have it right now. You just pay for the cost of shipping to you, and you can get your copy I'm so excited. This feels good. My book that I wrote before, The 5 Keys to Living a Successful Life. I didn't promote it, and I did the work that was in there. It was a lived experience. I was sharing what I truly believed, but I didn't feel like it was a true representation of who I was. It was to show myself that I can make money online. I was told to make a title that was like clickbaity, like that people would, SEO type of a thing. And it just didn't resonate with me. So I never really promoted it real hard, and things like that. And people were like, oh my God, this, and that. And then it took me a while to even say that I'm a published author, that I am an author, I'm a writer. And it's something that I never thought that I would do. But again, on my journey, I learned. There's some things that I did in the past, I stopped doing, and now I'm back to it. It's coming back to it. It's amazing to see things. It's that remembering again, and connecting of the dots happens in hindsight when you look back. So you don't know right now what you're going through, what you're doing, why it matters, but it will connect later. And this is a connecting of a lot of it to where I am now, what I've experienced and learned through my life. And I like to learn through doing, not just hearing from someone. And so I want to share that with you all, and what helped me through my in-betweens whenever I'm going through a challenge and a tough time. And this came from my most recent one, which was really hard. It was a lot of deep inner work. And so this takes you on that journey. Again, bornvital.com/seekers. If it's not for you, that is okay. This is just an invitation for those who may need it and may want it. Otherwise, you want to subscribe to this channel, because I do talk about this on this channel. This is just a different way to get the information and to have it with you. You can highlight it, you can write in it. And again, it's just in your hands right now. So the way of the seeker, I'm excited about this. This is a good representation of who I am, where I've come to in life, and what I believe. So I just want to share that with you all. Again, thank you so much. Continue to shine on. Hey, we got this.